Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Nightwing 111. This is a new book from DC Comics. Let's take a look at the creative team before we get into this book. This book is written by Tom Taylor with art by Sami Basri, inks by Vicente Cifuentes, and colors by Adriano Lucas, letters by Wes Abbott, and a beautiful cover by Bruno Redondo, who has been pretty much the main artist on Nightwing, but it's really cool to see how editorial finds great artists to kind of fill in some of these gaps in between arcs, or maybe focus on separate arcs. So, in this issue, what's wrong with Nightwing? Something's very wrong with Nightwing, and it's starting to catch up to him. Can the world's greatest detective help him figure out what's going on before it's too late? Plus, there's a backup story with art by Francesco Francavilla, which is really cool, where the plague has left 14th century Europe in chaos as a young man known as the Son of Grey hunts down the men that killed his father. A story of revenge told in two parts. So make sure to stay tuned for that story at the end of the issue. But let's talk about the main story. So we have a really interesting mystery. We have a very impactful beginning. There's a killer now in Gotham City, who we believe to be heartless. And the stakes, just everything that happens in this issue builds really nicely. As I was reading this, there was a very emotional thing that kind of happens towards the middle, and the issue kind of builds up to it by bringing in, some memories by Dick Grayson and some comparisons between the relationships. And it just got really emotional, and it was really nice. And then it was just a very nice moment that I kind of started to tear up, uh, and not because it was sad, but just because of everything that was going on. Like I said, it was kind of very emotionally charged in a good way, though. I think very positively, and I think that's something that Tom Taylor brings to the page a lot. I think he's very forthright about showing and displaying emotions with these characters and exploring the relationships, whether it's Batman with Nightwing working together, Nightwing dealing with his trauma of everything that's going on with him, remembering Alfred every time Alfred shows up in a page. Uh, i think i think Alfred, written by Tom Taylor, is one of my favorite characters, or one of my favorite interpretations of Alfred, because I feel like Tom Taylor really understands the relationship between Alfred and all the Bat family, and how big of a support he was for them. So let's take a look at the creative team, and let's take a look at the preview art, because I think Basri really captures those emotions, and it's a big part of what I found to be amazing about this issue. So let's we kick off with the heart being gone of this guy. We hear the scream, the yell, just really cool. Wes Abbott doing fantastic work with the lettering, um, and we see Batman swinging in, and of course, he's trying to solve the crime. He figures out there's still somebody around. He turns around, and it's a kid, right? It's the kid of the person who's just been murdered. And then from there, we see these flashbacks and these parallels to there's always a kid. Uh, and Batman remembers how it felt when he lost his parents. He remembers when he met Dick Grayson and he lost his parents. Um, and all that stuff, like I said, it just builds very much with drawing these parallels between Bruce and Dick and this kid, and then exploring, like, Dick has to deal with a lot still. Luckily, he's got a great support system. He's dating Barbara, so that's really nice to have somebody with him. And then also, Bruce and him, although they haven't had much time together recently because of everything that's going on, that's even addressed in this issue. Anytime they have a conversation, I feel like Tom Taylor writes that in a way that just feels really sincere. And then also, Nightwing just being Nightwing when it comes to being there for a kid who's been a victim of a violent crime. It all just really works very well. This is I haven't been the biggest fan of anything to do with Heartless, uh, and this is probably a little bit still off the beaten path. But if we continue like this going into the story, which ironically enough, the thing that I love most in this story is the heart of the story, which is, so yeah, really cool stuff. Highly recommend it. Some amazing, amazing variants at the end of the video, so stay tuned for those. But if you have read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments, as always. Thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.